at that. It was like this big.
Oh, yeah?
Just sitting out there nibbling on a flower. Enjoying. And James was like, ah!
Oh, yeah. You want to nibble on his
crazy.
flower? Oh, my God, yeah.
That's a really piece of crap lady that left all those bunnies there.
Yeah, that's a really
for
bad
sure.
move, huh?
Yeah.
They're beautiful bunnies.
The problem
Hopefully
is
they are able to get relocated.
every single bunny like goes on to have like 16,000 kids or whatever. So it's
Effing like bunnies is a thing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It is a thing
Exactly.
for a reason.
Yeah.
You ever panic at restaurants when everyone's ready to order except you?
I've seen it happen.
If so, you're not alone.
Oh, no.
It's common enough. There's a term for it. Menu anxiety.
Oh, boy.
30% of us now suffer from menu anxiety. It's especially a thing among younger Americans. Our top tactic for dealing with it is something you've probably done. Tell the server to come back to you and take your order last.
Yeah, no, I thought this was going to be like you can't quite decide. Like it's between like a couple things.
Well, that's
and
part
you
of
get
it.
like furious
Yeah,
of the choice that you made.
We are stressing about when we can't decide, but the most common thing we're worried about is missing out on something that would taste better.
Yeah.
That's not the
That's
only
my
thing
biggest
holding us up. The top three things we're thinking about are the taste, the price, and how long it'll take to make it. I mean, price, I guess, if it's outrageous, but generally it's like, I don't want to, I'm like, well, is that better or is that better? I always ask the
what
waiter,
about-
I'm like,
yeah, what's
would you,
good?
if you could do this one or this one, what would you do?
Yeah.
I ate at a sushi restaurant recently, and it's had at the bar, you know, and I know you've done, I think probably James too. But the chef and owner was like right in front of us the entire time, and he was preparing, but he was going over like the menu, and he's like, a lot of people can't handle this, or they don't even try it. And so it was like, I felt like I was being judged, like I had to try everything that was in front of me the whole time.
Sometimes it gets crazy.
And it did, and I took the challenge seriously and ate every single thing that it was like 11 courses.
Jesus.
What's the weirdest thing you ate?
I don't even know. Like there's like these little snail things.
I did one of those,
no.
and they served duck heart sausage as one of the courses.
But when the chef is standing right in front of you
what are you
preparing it,
supposed to do?
and he's like a top, he's near you, by the way. He's a top chef. Like he's a Michelin, he's James Beard nominee and all this.
Wow. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well.
Got to give it a whirl.
But the pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And,
he's right there.
at the end, he was like, well, how did you like it? And I said, it was great, it was great. I was like, how did I do?
That's my review.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I ate everything. He's like, you did good. You ate everything. I'm like, yep.
How did I do?
Just let me know where that is, because I don't want to ruin anyone's day.
You will. 11 courses.
Well, they have rolls, but don't go and ask for like a California roll or whatever.
Oh, no. Yeah.
A chicken teriyaki roll. That's what Zane orders when we go out for sushi.
Yep.
A chicken teriyaki roll. I'm like, it's sushi for God's sakes.
Yep. No, they make those, and those are delicious.
Yeah, you
they
could
are.
not order that.
No, but you can't.
That'd be bad times. But yeah, so we also worry about how messy it may be. And you've worried about that
I do,
before,
yeah.
Lisa.
Especially if I'm out with my husband, I don't care. But if I'm out with other people, I'm like, how messy is this?
Yeah, because, we've
I don't
seen
want to get
Lisa.
stuff all over.
Yeah, I did that. I mean, pho. You know the soup? Pho. Pho. Right.
Pho.
I was going to order that when I was out with some friends before, but I'm like, that's a big, messy soup to eat.
Yeah, it is.
Big chunks in it, and you got to try to cut it and slurp it, and nah.
Yeah, communal, like soup eating when just like hanging out with friends is an odd.
Yeah,
it's odd.
you're right. I mean, like a lobster bisque or something.
That's
fine.
got it.
Yeah,
It holds
right?
it together,
Right.
though, right?
French onion's messy.
Oh yeah, French onion.
French onion is messy.
Can't do it. All
Be
that
careful.
cheese.
But yeah, this
Yeah,
Vietnamese
that's too
soup,
much.
it was
Yeah.
just a little too much to do. A little bit of menu anxiety. When we come back in a moment, there's more to come here on Dave and Chuck the Freak. Still ahead, will city buses soon be scanning for illegally parked cars and write instant tickets? How is a 51-year-old guy doing after being lost at sea for 2 months? And what happened when a guy accidentally donated $150,000 to a GoFundMe?
Oh, no.
We'll get to that and what's up with the Asians on the way. Be listening each weekday for the 101 Riffs of Summer at 2 p.m. Each day, Jade plays a song with a great riff from some of your favorite riff bands. If you go then to the 101 Riffs of Summer page, you can enter to win an EVH Wolfgang Special electric guitar and also a chance to win tickets to see Greta Van Fleet at LCA September 8th. More details, WRIF.com. To the roads now, here's Lisa.
94 eastbound, just before Zeeb Road, an accident blocking the right lane at Stop and Go from Baker. 94 east between Schaefer and Michigan Avenue, construction shutting down the left lane at Slow from Oakwood Boulevard. 94 east between Cecil and Linwood is also Stop and Go. Ace Diamond Jewelers has over 3,000 diamonds to choose from, some starting at just $69. Ace Diamond Jewelers is located on Michigan Avenue across from the Old City Hall. Go to the jeweler with the biggest stones for less. Ace Diamond Jewelers in Dearborn.
So the Tigers put up 3 runs in the top of the 8th inning. They go on to beat the Royals 3-2 in Kansas City. The Tigers have now won 3 of 4 since the All-Star break.
In the forecast, we're in for a mostly sunny day today, the high near 80. Overnight, partly cloudy, low around 63. Sunny skies again for Wednesday, the high near 84. Showers, possibly a thunderstorm, they say, on Thursday, mainly in the afternoon, the high near 84. Right now, in Metro Detroit, it is 71 degrees.
Dave and Chuck the Freak.
As we continue on Dave and Chuck the Freak, how is a 51-year-old guy doing after being lost at sea for 2 months? What happened when a guy accidentally donated $150,000 to a GoFundMe? And at what age do people have their wine awakening? Let's find out.
Sir, news from the underground.
I'm Dave Hunter. It is time now for a check of the news. A 51-year-old guy from Australia, he's doing well after being lost at sea for 2 months.
That's crazy.
He left Mexico in April, and his boat got damaged in a storm. No one was with him except his dog. His dog made it too. He had some fishing gear, so he says they both survived on raw fish and rainwater.
Wow.
For 2 months.
Imagine though, like, you know, I'm sure that food was scarce.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
And you're like,
2 months in the Pacific Ocean?
I'm sharing it with my dog.
Well, you have to. That's
You
your
have
body,
to,
right?
yep.
Keep him alive. Here's an update on the story now from Australia's 9 News.
Yeah, really positive update, Quinton Jane. We've just received a fresh image of Timothy Shattuck this morning. We'll bring that up for you. He's there on board that tuna boat, which was out scouting for tuna. It spotted Timothy's catamaran, and they came over to give him a help. Look, when he got on board the tuna ship, he started speaking about what had gone on during his ordeal. Take a listen.
I've been through a very difficult ordeal at sea. And I'm just needing rest and good food because I've been alone at sea a long time.
It's quite remarkable to see, isn't it, there? And the doctor who I was speaking to, who he's been working with, is a medical expert based out of Mexico, and he assists with boats who are out on the water. So he's been checking in almost hourly, giving us updates on how Timothy's going. He's now eating small meals, and all of his vital signs are looking normal. Remarkably, he didn't suffer any major illnesses, any major injuries. He was really smart with how he did things, keeping shelter, not getting any serious sunburn. But it is a slow process working in back those foods because he was surviving off fish and rainwater that he was catching. So there were those storms in the region, and his dog Bella looking very happy with him there too. It's a remarkable tale.
Not just physical effects as well, but imagine the mental effect of being alone at sea for that long and not knowing if anyone's going to come and get you. Lauren, what happens now?
Yeah, look, it is now a slow process making it back to shore, back to solid ground because, look, 3 months into a journey, Timothy had made his way quite deep into the Pacific Ocean. So now back on board that tuna boat, making its way into Mexico. He'll receive those regular updates from the doctor and the crew there looking after him, taking very good care. Slow process. Once he gets back onto land, he'll get a medical check, and I'm sure he'll be very grateful to have that solid land. It's
So you never go back out on a boat, though, right?
I
wouldn't
don't
think
know.
so.
I can't imagine, but some of them love it so much.
That man has the most unusual hat I've ever seen.
It was odd. It was like two hats in
It
one.
reminds me of, like, did you ever see American Tail with Fievel the mouse?
No,
I don't
know.
recall.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
mouse.
wait.
Yep,
Is that the
yep.
one, the moon?
It was.
the red song.
Yeah.
Yep, I've seen it.
Yeah, he's got the same hat as Fievel.
So it's like you can decide whether or not you want to be fully covered in it or just have a visor, is what it looks like.
I guess. Yeah. It's.
That's it. Right
That's
there.
it. Yeah. Or did he put one on
Two-
top of
yeah.
another?
Oh, is it two hats?
It might maybe just to
Maybe I shouldn't
shield
make
him.
fun of a man that was lost at sea.
Yeah, about his hat.
We're singing somewhere out there to him. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they rescued him. He still has fish guts in his beard.
Oh, yeah.
But at least he had cover. That's probably what saved him, right?
Yeah,
He had shelter from the sun.
I think
Yeah.
he could go down in his boat, too.
And that
which is
wasn't a little
probably
dog.
why-
Imagine that dog wasn't able to walk for just like on a little bit
Yeah.
around the boat
Yeah.
for months.
He's dropping deuces left and
Oh,
right.
sure.
You're like,
What's
come on, bud.
Well,
Deuce overboard.
Off the side, buddy.
incredible that he's okay, and the dog too. That could have been a much different story. Probably should have been. Somehow they survived. Do you ever park in a red zone just for a minute? Because, I mean, what are the odds that someone's going to drive by, a cop or a parking ticket guy? But those odds could go up very soon. A company has a new camera system, an AI camera system, that lets city buses scan for illegally parked cars along the route and write instant tickets.
Oh, crap.
Buses will be writing tickets. It's already happening in some places. Let's get an update on the story now from KTLA TV.
The Big Blue bus line provided 7.7 million trips last year, but not all were on schedule.
In other areas of the corridor, our average bus speed is about 3 miles per hour.
Why so slow? Cars improperly parked or stopped can bring bus lanes to a crawl.
The question becomes, how do we and other cities keep vehicles that should not be in the transit lane out of the lane?
The answer may lie in AI. Santa Monica among a growing number of cities exploring the use of AI cameras that can spot violations and issue tickets instantly.
One of them is our compute box. This is the brain behind our system.
Charlie Torito is with Hayden AI, a startup developing smart enforcement technologies using AI and machine learning. Already, their cameras are installed in buses in New York City and soon Washington, D.C. As buses drive their routes, special cameras capture the license plates of cars that shouldn't be there.
Our cameras are able to be accurate within 10 centimeters. We know if a vehicle is moving or whether a vehicle stopped.
The cameras are on the windshield. They're capturing what's happening in the bus lane. That information's being sent to a brain right here, which is using AI to process what's happening in real time.
So for now, they're just using it for people who drive illegally or park illegally in bus lanes. The point is to avoid delays and make sure the buses can make their stops. But eventually, they say they could use this to hand out other types of tickets as well. It generates a lot of money. So they tested this in Santa Monica. During the test, they didn't find people, but they spotted 511 violations in 45 days. Whoa. Each ticket would have been $293. So it would have brought in $150,000 in just 45 days in Santa Monica.
It's an expensive ticket.
I just wonder how much the AI system costs. Like, if it...
I feel like
You
a couple
have
of
to
cameras in a
assume
computer
it can't
system,
be
you
that
probably
cheap, though, right?
Like a couple of months, and you'd probably cover the
yeah,
cost.
maybe 10 grand, or maybe $4,000 a bus, maybe. I don't know.
If you're making $150,000 in 45 days, it seems like that would be worth it. But not great for.
Well, the AI's coming, so it's coming for us all. I mean, at this point, it's going to start out writing us little tickets, and then all of a sudden it's going to snatch you off the street.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
So,
AI,
let's put it everywhere.
Sometimes a good deed can turn into a hot mess, and this kind of happened here. Luckily, there's a silver lining. A man from California named Michael is talking about how his neighbor is a 70-year-old Hindu priest. So he wanted to support him and his efforts abroad by giving him $150 to a GoFundMe that was providing food to starving people in Bangladesh.
Yes.
But he made a big mistake. Instead of donating $150, he donated $150,000.
Thank you! Thank you!
He got notifications from his credit card company, but it somehow went through. Michael contacted GoFundMe and was promised a refund. But before that happened, the charity saw the huge donation come through.
This is what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
The person who runs it sent Michael pictures and videos of people in Bangladesh celebrating and graciously thanking him for his massive donation, holding signs with his name on it.
No,
We
it was a
love you,
mistake.
Michael! No.
It was a mistake. I didn't mean to, but
We love you!
I'll start a GoFundMe or something.
We love you!
I will say, is there a chance that people now step up? Probably not, right?
Michael had no choice but to explain the error to someone involved with the campaign. And even though he couldn't actually donate all that money, once his refund went through, he went back and raised his donation to $1,500. Some say he was guilted into that. Maybe he was. But, it was just, what are you going to do at that point, right?
Do we know what the GoFundMe is?
The GoFundMe's original goal was $26,000. But now they've raised more than $120,000, partially because of some of the attention.
This is what I'm saying. So I wondered if, it would kind of, in a weird way, you make a big mistake, but then it ends up raising more money than it ever would have.
The fact that he shared his mistake and it's got some attention, they say, brought a lot more attention to the page.
Yeah, smart thinking.
Michael says the charity's host was incredibly gracious and understanding, and he was told that the $1,500 still made a huge impact on the community. He may not have had the celebration and the signs.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people spit on his signs. They did.
Michael!
Yeah.
We love you!
Think about it. They bought a bunch of stuff, They bought, a bunch of new barbecues and thought they had all this food coming in.
Double check. Double check everything.
Yeah.
Some websites, I will say, put a dot in automatically. Like a decimal
Yes, I know
point.
what you're saying.
Some don't, right?
And you think, oh, okay,
I better keep adding the zeros.
That.
It's, be careful. You don't want to donate tens of thousands. No, by mistake. We're going to take a break, and when we come back in just a moment, there's more to come here, including what's up with the Asians, what made a Japanese woman call 911 over 2,700 times. That and more on the way.
Previously on Dave and Chuck the Freak.
There's a new restaurant. They only sell food and beverages that start with the letter C.
Only the letter C.
Only the letter C. Do you want cabbage or do you want cottage cheese?
I would intentionally bring my own food that started with a D.
Started it right next door.
I'm going to come in. I did my research, and trust me, stuff with F kills food with C. The place would be called Go F Yourself.
I love it. A t-shirt. Go F yourself.
French fries, French toast. There's so many great things.
Fudge.
You could serve fudge. Fresh hot fudge.
Down you go, C restaurant.
He did. He just suplexed him.
The best part about Go F Yourself is every once in a while, I don't let someone come in.
Oh, I love that.
I'm like, get out! No, you don't get to eat here. And Go F Yourself.
This is the F yourself.
Get out!
Oh.
Go F yourself.
What an experience. We went and he yelled at us today.
Even a critic comes in, I'm like, get out! I don't care what you think. We don't give an F.
It's such an authentic experience.
Anyways, look for Chuck the Freaks. Go F yourself.
It's right next door to the CE house.
It's Dave and Chuck the Freak.
Corporate Big Brother software on your computer, watching what you're doing and clicking on, slowing down the computer?
No,
No,
none of
nothing,
that.
huh?
They found that anywhere between 11 and 20% of our time is wasted by slowdowns and poor design. I'd say on our show through the years, that number's even higher.
I would assume that if you found out, Dave, the amount of time in your total life.
I don't want to curse it, but
Don't say it.
we're the best we've ever been, right?
Yeah, right now.
We have the best technology we've ever had.
Yeah.
No, it was fun. Thanks, Dave.
I know, we're done now. We're screwed.
that's
But
It's true.
remember when
we're in the
everything
opening
froze and we couldn't go to commercials?
Oh, yeah.
We had to just keep
Yes.
talking for hours and hours.
I do know. I do remember. But listen, I remember having to cut old little clips of the show, and I would be I'd make the stuff, and then I would have to save it. And saving it would take anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes.
Right.
And it's like, man, I'm just waiting. Like, you're just sitting around waiting.
We've had some horrible technology through the years.
Well, Windows 95.
I just stopped using Internet Explorer recently.
Yeah. It didn't work great in 2006.
According to a survey, the average American has their wine awakening at the age of 29. That's the most common age that people get into wine.
Yeah.
The most common way we get into it is from a friend, on our own, or through a partner. Now, 25% of Americans prefer wine over alcohol. The average wine drinker has 2 glasses a night, 2 nights a week. 23% have a glass or 2, 4 or more nights a week. So why is it so popular? 46% of those surveyed says it just tastes better than other drinks. 43% say it helps them relax at the end of the day. Another 43% say it goes best with food, and 34% say they actually prefer it because of the health benefits.
Yeah.
It's easy too. If you're having a bunch of people over,
you just buy
so much
bottles
easier
of wine.
to pour wine to everyone's glass as opposed to making everyone a
a
different
bunch
drink,
of mixed
right?
drinks. Yep.
Depending on what you're doing. But
Just make your guests make their own drink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just go make your own drink. Help yourself to whatever.
There's a bunch of bottles over there.
Yeah.
What's the most
Yes, it's different.
Make your own food, make your own drink.
Oh, I'll cook.
He cooks,
but you got
cooking, I'll grill burgers, but you can go make your own cocktail there.
Yeah.
I showed this to Lisa yesterday. If you haven't seen it yet, hundreds of golden retrievers got to hang out at an event in Scotland last week. It was to celebrate the breed's 155th anniversary. The first 3 golden retrievers ever were born in Scotland in 1868.
Wow.
It's like Lisa's heaven came
it is.
to
But
reality
honestly,
right
it's like
there.
you can't even believe how many there are.
I know.
They all look so happy. They do. That's what I said.
Happy dogs.
If you put like 300 dogs together, some of them are going to have a problem with each other. You know, there's going to be a little skirmish here, something there, a tail bite here. These dogs, they all look like they're smiling.
They're all saying, "Lisa, come play with us."
Lisa, where are you?
Lisa, come pet me. No, Lisa, come pet me.
Yeah, they are happy dogs.
And another dog news, a racetrack near Los Angeles just held its 26th annual Wiener Dog Race. Whoa. They have this every year, I guess. Who won this year? Here's the story from ABC7.
It's craziness tonight. We have the fastest wiener in the West contest here in the 26th annual Wiener Schnitzel Wiener Nationals.
They go.
It's so insane. There's so many wiener dog people, and wiener dog people are just the best people. Nope. Everybody's so supportive, and everybody's so happy that to see her finish, and it's just one really big wiener dog family.
So we got a tremendous championship race, a great field. First of all, Burr, he's from Cyprus, so he's our local boy. Beanie ran second. He should have won, but he turned the wrong way. Frankie and Kirby, they'll be in there. I think they'll need a clean start, good start. Maybe they'll get in there. Bean and Penny G round out the field. It's going to be a great one.
They have no idea where they're going.
No. They're going a million different
That
ways.
one.
I have the winner, Beanie Von Weenie! Fantastic! I've been coming every year, and he nailed it. He won a doghouse and $1,000, and the title of the fastest weenie in the West. Woo! I'm such a dork.
At least you know.
Beanie Von Weenie, as you heard there.
Yeah.
That's the winner. New doghouse, and the owner gets $1,000.
Pretty sweet.
That's a fun night.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, all the things you can do.
Your dog, you're so into it when you have something like that. But
Wiener.
I'd love to put Harold in that, but he'd be disqualified because he's not like. They probably have to be pure.
Oh,
yeah, because he's got something in him that makes him much faster than any of these dogs.
Really?
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know what it is. But I was like, oh, he would have killed every one of these dogs.
The country's winning all these
I
races.
know. I gotta forge some paperwork.
It's our new scam.
Yeah.
There we go.
I know.
Photoshop.
Lots of dog houses you'll win.
We got 72.
Look at my backyard. Wow. It doesn't even stay with me.
Yeah, that would not be great.
Yeah, no.
Okay, coming up during What's Up with the Asians, what made a Japanese woman call 911 over 2,700 times? We'll find out right after this.
Previously on Dave and Chuck the Freak.
In Massachusetts, they want to open a topless cannabis dispensary.
Oh, hell yeah. I just think that has trouble written all over it.
The Lone Strip Club in Franklin County may soon be converted into the first of its kind establishment in the country.
Yes, Yara, the Castaway Lounge has been shut down since the beginning of COVID restrictions. But now with 2 new owners, the possibility of a topless marijuana dispensary.
The most boring guy ever.
Smoke some weed and see some strippers.
There's a dude that needs to go to this place. Yes, you are correct. The plans are to open this.
I believe it's a topless dispensary. I am the newscaster, reporting live, the newscaster that doesn't feel well.
Like they couldn't have found a more boring man to speak to this.
He seems like he doesn't feel good.
During the Whately Select Board meeting, owners Nicholas Spagnola...
Sounds like he's going to throw up. Yeah.
Is he always like this?
I don't know. I sure hope not.
I don't know if you've seen either of those items either.
Oops, or weed.
Reporting live. I'm the newscaster whose lunch isn't sitting right.
He did sound like he wasn't doing well.
Dave and Chuck the Freak. 101 The Riff. Dave and Chuck the Freak. Fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Now through July 19th, you can join for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 convenient locations worldwide and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. Whether you're a newbie